Assalamualaikum class. Today we are going to start the next theorem, which is the converse of the first theorem. We have done the theorem 12.1.1. Now what is the meaning of the converse? Converse of theorem are such type of statements in which you are having the given as to prove of the other. Suppose in one statement we are having some statement which is given. In other theorem it is to be proved. Means we have to prove in the next theorem. Or if to prove is the given of the first theorem, then you can say that these are the converse theorem of each other. Means given of first theorem is to prove of the other, and given of the other theorem is to prove of the first one. Then it will be they will be said to be the converses of each other. So now we are going to start the next theorem. Firstly we will read the statement of this theorem. Any point equidistant from the endpoints of a line segment. Now recall the first theorem. In that theorem it was to prove. We had to prove the point as the equidistant from the endpoints of the line segment. Now in this theorem you can see that this is given: any point equidistant from the endpoints of a line segment is. Now after this we have to prove on the right bisector of it. Means in the previous theorem the point P was on the right bisector, and we have to prove it as it is equidistant from the endpoints. Now in this theorem it is given that point is equidistant from the endpoints of the line segment, and we have to prove that it is on the right bisector. So these type of statements are said to be of each other. Now we'll draw the diagram first of all according to the statement. Now what is according to the statement? Any point equidistant from the endpoints of a line segment. Means you are having a point, let's say the name of the point is P. A point is there which is at equal distance from the endpoints of a line segment. Suppose it is a line segment AB, and this is given that this P is at equal distance from A as well as from B. Means this is given that this point P is at equal distance from A and from B. We have to prove that this P is on the right bisector of this line segment AB. Means from this point if we draw a line, we have to prove that that line is the right bisector of this line segment. So first of all we will write the given, whatever is given in the theorem. In the given, AB is a line segment. AB is a line segment, and point P is such that PA is congruent to PB. Means this point is equidistant from A and from B. All this is given. Now what we have to prove? We have to prove that this point P is on the right bisector of this line segment AB. Point P is on the right bisector of line segment AB. Now we will do some necessary construction. We will join point P to C, where C is a point on AB, line segment AB, and it is simple point. We have joined point P to C, where C is the midpoint of AB. We will write it in the construction. Okay, now we have to prove now this point P is on the right bisector. So first recall the word right bisector. For the right bisector, we know that we are having two conditions. Number one condition, the angle should be of 90 degree, and it should pass exactly from the center, means the midpoint. Means in this theorem we have to prove two things. Number one, the angle at point C is of 90 degree, and number two, C is the midpoint. So C we have already taken in construction as a midpoint. Now we will prove that each angle at C is of 90 degrees. So now then we will combine these 2 points, and then we will say that this point P is on the right bisector of this line segment AB. I am telling you again, for the right bisector you have to prove two things. One, 90 degrees angle. Number two, midpoint. So midpoint we have taken in construction. The C is the midpoint, and 90 degrees, we will prove that the angle at point C is of 90 degree. So by combining these 2 points, we will get that point P is on the right bisector. Okay, now we had to prove that point P is on the right bisector of it. So if PC is on the right bisector, PC is the line segment. So if this point P is on this line segment, so we can write that is P is on the right bisector of line segment AB, because you can see that this line segment is from point P to C, so obviously P will be on this line segment. We have to prove that PC is on the right bisector, so automatically we can write that P is on the right bisector of line segment AB. Okay, now we will prove the statement with the help of the reasons. First of all, we will prove the congruency of these two triangles. Triangle ACP corresponding to triangle BCP. Why we will prove the congruency of these two triangles? Because when we will prove the congruency of these two triangles, we will get all the corresponding sides and angles as congruent. So with the help of that, we will prove the point C at each angle at point C is of 90 degree. So now first we will start from the congruency of the triangles. Number one, you can see that PC side is common. PC is congruent to PC, and what is the reason? It is common. Next, AC is congruent to BC, and what is the reason? It is we have done it in construction. And next we can see that PA is congruent to PB, and what is the reason? PA is congruent to PB, and the reason is it was given. So now we are having the three elements, in fact all the three sides. So we can say that these two triangles are congruent. Triangle ACP is congruent to triangle BCP. And according to which postulate, you can see that we are having three sides, so we can write SSS postulate, or SSS is congruent to SSS. Okay, now we are going to prove as 90 degrees. So we can say that if two triangles are congruent, we can say that angle ACP and angle BCP are also congruent. Means in this triangle, whatever the angle is at point C, or in this triangle, whatever the angle is at C, they are congruent because of the congruent triangle. So we can write angle ACP is congruent to angle BCP, right? And what will be the reason? Corresponding angles of congruent triangles. But we can see that Mayer angle ACP plus Mayer angle BCP is equal to 180. How? Because they are supplementary angles. Why they are supplementary angles? Because these are on the straight line, whatever they are, but their sum is 180 because of on the straight line. So we can write the reason supplementary angles. Supplementary angles. Okay, now we'll name these two because we have to use these two statements. That is number one, and that will be number two. Okay, now we can say that therefore if these two are, sum of these two are equals to 180, and we know that from 1 we can we are having this, both are equal, means both are congruent, and their sum is 180. So each will be equals to 90 degree, obviously, because the sum is equals to 180 and both are equal. So 90 plus 90 is 180. So we can write therefore Mayer angle ACP is congruent to Mayer angle BCP, which is equals to 90 degree. And what will be the reason from 1 and 2? From 1 and 2. Okay. Now we can write that is PC is perpendicular to AB. Why we are writing this PC is perpendicular to AB? Because we have proved that at point C the angle is of 90 degree. So we can say that this PC is perpendicular to AB. I am just writing perpendicular. This is the sign of perpendicular. Right now we have not proved that this is on the right bisector, because for the right bisector we have to show it as the midpoint also. Now we will combine these 2 points and then we will say that this is on the right bisector. Right now this is just the perpendicular because of this 90. And what will be the reason? Mayer angle ACP is equals to 90 degrees. It is proved. We have to prove that these two angles are of 90 degree. So PC is perpendicular to AB. It is proved. Clear? Okay. Next, also we are having this statement in the construction that AC is congruent to BC. I have told you we will combine these two facts. Number one, perpendicular, and number two, um, midpoint.
Yes.
Okay, now also AC is congruent to BC, and what is the reason? It was in construction. I have already told you that we will prove that it is on the right bisector. For the right bisector, we have to prove it as 90 degrees angle and as the midpoint. So now we have proved up to here as 90 degrees angle means perpendicular, and in the construction we are having that it is on the midpoint. So now we will combine these two. By combining these two, we can say that therefore PC is on the right bisector. PC is on the right bisector. Now for the reason we can mark 2 points. I am marking it as the point 3 and this point as the 4. So now how we can say that PC is on the right bisector from 3 and 4. For the right bisector it should be perpendicular as well as on the midpoint. So from these 2 points, perpendicular and the midpoint, we will write the reason